Holy shit, Direwolf, thank you so much for the raid. Hello. I am so sorry. I'm fucking finishing dinner. Hello. Let me give you a shout out. I got pizza in my mouth. Shut up. I'm fighting for my life. I hope you had a good stream. You should also go eat, take a drink of water, take your meds. Yeah, I'm on the stream starting soon screen. I'm bopping to my music. I'm chewing on my pizza crust. Oh man. Oh man. It's just cheese pizza because somebody in this house threw away my pizza, so I stole some of theirs. Oh my god. I am so sorry. What, Gore? Did Gore eat it? Did Gore eat my fucking hold on. Gore? Gore? Did you eat my fucking pizza that you told me was still in the fridge before I started streaming? Hmm? You told me, hey, you still have pizza in the fridge, don't forget. Did you eat it? And forget that you ate it? You fucking asshole. Did you eat my fucking pizza? The cheese pizza's not mine! I don't know whose this is! Oh, here we go, chat. He ate my pizza this morning. Fucking step on him. Step on him. Those were my last 2 pieces. You ate the rest. I had 1 piece of that fucking pizza. You ate the whole fucking pizza. Step on Gore. Step on him. Step on Gore. Chat! I want to see y'all stepping on Gore. Hit him. Fucking asshole. Also, I love that the stepping is in sync. Yes, I only had 1 piece because I'm trying to lose weight. Fucking dickhead. Oh, fuck you. Also, hi, Kay. Yeah, I'm working at Chili's now. I'm trying to stop them from going bankrupt. So, not the fucking step dancing. I like the idea that you're like tap dancing on him. You're like fucking it up. And also just bashing his skull in with your foot. Nick, thank you for petting chat. Do you see this? Can I also get a Red Lobster hat? I don't eat at Red Lobster. I think I've had Red Lobster twice. I don't care if they're going out of business. They gave me food poisoning the one time I went in the past 7 years. Oh no. I've never gotten food poisoning from Chili's and I eat them frequently. It was a dirty ass Chili's you went to. Damn. Chili's. What about a pretzel Ann's? I do like Auntie Anne's. Is that what we're talking about, Auntie Anne's? Ow. Fucking my top lip is numb. I don't know why. Yeah, Auntie Anne's is good. Hold on, let me see. Does Auntie Anne's have a hat? Auntie Anne's hat. Oh my god, Auntie Anne's does have the hat. Hold on, I'll stack them. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Is there already transparent one so I don't have to make it transparent live on stream? What the fuck is this? The fuck is this freshly baked ass? Hold on. Hold on. I'm a proud supporter of Auntie Anne's. Yeah, literally every time we go, every time we go to the mall, Gore gets fucking Auntie Anne's. Why is this the only... Alright, whatever, sure. We'll take it. Fuck it, we'll take it. Alright, hold on. Adding the Auntie Anne's hat to the fucking files. Give me 1 second. Ugh. I'm burping. I'm a nasty asshole. Yeah, not me trying to lose weight and Gore stealing my food. He's just trying to help. He's just trying to help me lose weight. Streaming assets, items. Let's just drag in the Auntie Anne's hat. There we go. Alright. Auntie Anne's? Yeah, it's a pretzel. It's a pretzel place? Company? They make like big ass pretzels. It's pretty, they're pretty good. Oh wait, do I have to reboot? Shit, I hope I don't have to reboot. Because if I have to reboot, we're fucked, gang. I have so many fucking hats. Yeah, they're mostly in malls. No, they have some drive-through locations. Hold on, I'm just gonna stack all my hats. As I come across a hat looking for this Auntie Anne's hat, I'm just gonna stack them all. Alright. Alright, yeah, sure, that'll work. Okay, next hat. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Hi, Gore! Hi, Gore Phoenix! I have to call you by your full name because I'm so used to calling Gore, Gore. Okay, let's see. Does this count as a hat? I don't know. We're gonna put him up here though. Look, I downloaded an Auntie Anne's hat. Oh, there it is. Okay, I was just waiting for it to load. All right, there we go. Auntie Anne's will take up the head. There we go. Doug Dimmadome looking ass. My boobs need a hat, actually. Let's just, there we go. Can I like, hold on. Hold on. That's my button. I'm just gonna hang it off my shoulder. There we go. I think this hat needs to be given to Grim. Alright. You make a good point. I'll do that. Grim, you want a hat, baby? Grim! Grim! Grim, you want a hat? Ooh! Oh wait, I didn't download the hat. Hold on, let me download the hat. I just dragged it into my fucking files. Grim! Come here! Alright, there you go. Grim gets a hat. Oh god. I finally beat the first Hades on my 50th attempt. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, perfect. Grim's got a hat. Thank you for feeding him. Grim's got the Auntie Anne's hat. I've got all of the other hats. Do any of y'all recognize? So the horns are peach. Do any of y'all recognize this cowgirl hat? Because that's also peach. I just don't think I ever ended up using it for anything. All right, I gotta. Oh wait, fuck. Hold on. Gotta unlock these items. I gotta take them away. There's too many hats. It's too many fucking hats. All right, there you go. Before your time, you've been here since like day one. All right, there you go. I'm Chili's. Grim is Auntie Anne's. I just have a bunch of hats. I don't know why I have so many hats. Hold on. Did I get sunglasses too? Because we're just fucking around. Here, we'll just go ahead and I can't drink these. But we'll pretend like I can. Okay, let's see. Where are my sunglasses? I got new sunglasses. Hold on. I haven't used them yet. There they are. Now I just need a skateboard. Hold on, hold on. Alright, there you go. like the others. What if I say I'd bust another one of your days? It's the rough part is that every time I put on glasses on this model, it connects to her hair. All right, there we go. I just need a skateboard. I can arrange that. Oh God. Who put these on my fucking bangs? Okay, you gotta go up a little. There we go. Nope, 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 nope. God damn it. I have to be so careful because the moment it connects to my bangs, it's like chaos. Last another one. This is just what streams are now. I bet y'all didn't know my name IRL was Dylan. What's up, girl? You come around here often? Hold on, I need a vape. 1 second, I'm adding a vape. 1 second. 1 minute. Yeah, we'll go for this one. There we go. All right, there we go. Can you also add a hole you punch in the wall? Oh, absolutely. Give me 1 second. 1 second, 1 second. And then we're just gonna go ahead and, Wait a minute. Why is it that? Why? Go to hell! What the fuck? What the hell? That was on me, I think. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. My bad. I did the wrong button. Unlike the others, what if I say I'm not just another one of your space? Alright. There we go. Yeah, we love transparent clip art. Yeah, we really do. Alright, hold on. Let me go grab a hole. Let's grab a punch hole. This is the stupidest thing I think I have ever done. Hold on. Hold on. This is so stupid. Okay. Oh man. I think that I like you. Yeah. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. Okay. 1 second. God, am I really just making a folder called hole? Is that really what I'm doing right now? Fucking alright. I guess that's just what I'm doing now. Alright. There you go. The stupidest fucking thing I've ever done in my life! Can Grim have a skateboard? Yeah, I got you. Hold on. 1 second. Hold on. 1 second. God, I spelled skateboard wrong? How did I fucking do that? Yeah. The Jack Dover fits this so well. Hold on, hold on. God, my streams lately have just been me being a menace. Oh my god, why is it so big? What the fuck? There you go. He's got a skateboard now. Oh my god, this is great! It's just one of those days when you don't want to wake up. Everybody's fucked, everybody sucks. Ripping someone's head off. Oh my god. Stay away, motherfucker! It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. Are you telling Grim to do a fucking kickflip? I mean, he can. Alright, kickflip! Woo! Oh god. This is the stupidest. Stay away, motherfucker. It's one of those days. I'm all about the he said, she said bullshit. Are you been leaving with a fat lip? So come and get it. Oh my god. Welcome to the Kyle stream, y'all. My name is Kyle. My name is Kyle. My name is Kyle. I'm a bro. I bring your ass raw. I drink your ass raw. I might fuck them back tonight. No, don't pay attention to that wall. We're doing some interior renovation. Oh, I'm not in a frat. I got kicked out. God, what the fuck are streams even at this point anymore? My name is Kyle. This is my bro Kyle. That's my other bro, Kyle. We are the three Kyles. We like to wear our J.O. Oh, hold on, I need a J.O. crystal. 1 second. Hold on. 1 second. I need a J.O. crystal. Give me 1 minute. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think green is good. Oh, wait, no, maybe purple? Nah, no. We'll go for black. Oh, yeah, we'll go for black. Black's good. Alright. Hold on. I need a J.O. crystal. 1 second. I prefer the color green, but, you know, this is Kyle we're talking about. So, you never know with him. I'm just adding so much bullshit to my fucking files. Oh god, my poor file. What the hell is this no rat sign? Why is that a thing? The fuck? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, hold on. We'll have it at the shoulders, I think. Yeah, I think that's good. All right. Make it a little bigger. All right, there we go. All right. My name is Kyle. This is my J.O. crystal. We like to, yeah, we got to keep that thing charged in between levels of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Oh, this is the dumbest little bit. Oh, fuck. I'm huge all of a sudden. Why? Stop, please, God. This is my J.O. crystal. We're having the time of our lives. God, what the fuck does this look like? Hold on. If I search up my own name on Twitch, what nightmare does this look like? Give me 1 second. I'm just curious. Oh, wow. Yeah, that looks rough. Oh, Oh, that looks rough. That's, hold on. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that because that's really funny. ADHD indeed. Oh, Jesus. All right. Sorry, I just need to take a screenshot of that real quick because that was definitely something. Not the wall. We're in cosplay. We're in cosplay right now. We're cosplaying a man named Kyle. I've been doing this for 25 minutes. This is some bullshit. Oh my god. We're doing so good though. It's so fucking funny. I could also just put this skateboard behind me so we could have matching skateboards, but I'm not gonna do all that. That's too much. I think sometimes that would be too much. Hey, you know how I made a tweet last night? Already in the Discord? Oh my god. You know how I made a tweet last night about the fact that I felt like my streams were boring and they felt stale? Yeah, not anymore. I fixed it. A puka shell necklace? Oh, baby, I could just add that. We can add a little bit of both. Hold on. Hold on. We can add a little bit of both. You're so right about the puka shell necklace. I didn't even think about that. Let me see. They got a good transparent one for me. Oh man, there's not like a good pre-made transparent puka shell necklace. Shit. Not like an easy one that like is easy to look like I'm putting it on me. I'd have to like do some editing. Damn. I think the art is complete. This is the biggest shitpost I think I've ever done in my life. This is my Sistine Chapel. It definitely does feel like it. I just love being like, I feel like my streams are boring. I feel like I'm losing my sparkle. I feel like I'm losing my sparkle, you know? No, we're good. Y'all got that good shit? Yeah, I got a nug of weed stashed right in between my tits. I'm also a drug dealer. Oh, wait, hold on. What the fuck am I watching? This is the Kyle stream, babes. My name is now Kyle. This is how I die. Suffocation in the titties. Hold on, I'm just gonna make a little posty post. Grimm's hat is cute as fuck. Thank you. It's his Auntie Anne's hat. He's a big Auntie Anne supporter. Suffocation, no breathing, don't give a fuck. Whoopsh. Just like my metal, the bass, the mark, the mic, the treble. I like my coffee black, just like my metals. I can't wait for you to knock me up in a second. I can't wait for you to shut me up and make me feel like panic. All right. Shut it up. Cyber Kyle boy, that's so fucking ridiculous. The AMV or the song? Because you can just, Oh, you DM'd me one? Okay, thank you. Oh, that is good. But I can't get it behind me is the problem, third word. Because I'm doing it in VTube Studio. Cyber Kyle boy. Yeah, that's for, that's gonna be for April Fool's Day, and we'll just bring him back every April Fool's Day. Oh, you got the AMB. Okay, 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 okay. Whoopsh! 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 The fit's fire, though? Thanks! This is the most chaotic thing I think I've done in a minute. Shut it up! Oh my god, okay. We should actually, like, play the game. Oh god. Once again, good. Alright, cool. Category Hades 2. Yeah, well, you know. This shit's mango flavored. It has been a little bit of a minute. Well, we did tarot reading yesterday, Kula. Oh god, it's behind the fucking... Can I lick my crystal? Is that Green Day? Yeah. Do you like the way everything fucking goes off kilter the moment I start? Look, I gotta taste the leftover remnants of J.O. Those are the rules. When you've got a J.O. crystal, you gotta taste the remnants of the J.O. or else there's no point in having the J.O. crystal with your bros. I missed the updated patch notes. See? You're also missing a 4 Loco. That's true. That's true, but I can only have so many things in my hand. Pass the rock around. All right, come on, everybody. Everybody gets their lick. Come on, chat. Get your lick. Come on, chat. Lick it up. Lick it up. Come on. Come on, chat. Lick it up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, get it. Third word. Get into it. Yeah. All right, we're shoving it in. We're shoving it in the mouth hole. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Get that lick in. Hell yeah. Get it, boys. Oh, God. All right, I'm putting it back on. I'm glad we're all getting that lick in. Oh, thank you, Azira, for the fucking clip. Here, y'all want to hit? Take a sip. Here. I don't even see, that's the problem. When I smoke, I don't let the smoke back out of my mouth. I like swallow it all. It hits heavy in my chest. My chest is like a cloud factory, except the clouds are produced by the vape. I just refuse to let them go. All right, here you go. Here you go, little man. Take a load off. Take a load off. There you go. What goes in must not go out. Exactly. See, you get the point. God, this is a feral start to stream if I've ever had one. Sorry, I was taking a sip of my drink. I don't have a straw. Oh shit, the cops are coming. Quick, quick, we gotta get rid of everything. Oh. This is heartbroken Kyle. Hold on. Let's hit some tears real quick. Hold on, heartbroken Kyle. I punched a hole in the wall. That bitch broke up with me. I'm scared. It feels like no one care. Don't lighten me, my dear. All right, ready? Ready, ready? Why am I still here? Don't mean to be complacent, but please. Hold on. There's a thing I'm trying to do. But why? Hold on. We're gonna hit a pause real quick. Hold on. I have to get it just right. 1 second. I have to get it just right. Yeah. I have to get it just right. Okay. Here we go. In the back of my mind, you died, and I didn't even cry, not a single tear, but I'll take of waiting patiently for someone that won't even arrive. Hold up. Ooh. In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. Can't believe I said it. It's so low. Fuck you, Sarah! I hate you! Sorry, I went a little too into that. Alright. Oh, God. Thank you for the hydrate. God knows I need it. I can't stand it. Oh, thank God I am drinking tea right now, or else my throat would have been fucking shot. That's my ocean. Someone please clip that. I think every Sarah felt that. Good. I don't even think I know a Sarah IRL. I just picked the first woman's name I could think of. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, fuck, that's so funny. Okay. J.O. Crystal's going in the trash, chat. There goes the vape. Take one last hit with me. Take one last hit with me, gang. Alright. Alright, let's go. We're gonna take one last sippy sip. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, it's huge. Okay. Oh, hell yeah. Gore, tell your mom I said yes, thank you. Alright. The shades are gonna go too, I think. I think it's time for the shades to go. We'll keep our hats though. I think oh Jesus. I think we'll keep our hats. Fucking goddamn it. The fucking whole. Alright. And there we go. Okay, we can play Hades now. We can play Hades now. I hate when the iPhone is like, are you driving? Bitch, that don't matter. I'm watching Twitch. Yeah, everybody say goodbye, Kyle. Goodbye. Bye-bye, Kyle. I miss Kyle. Fuck you. This isn't all of y'all. This is sabotage. All right. Also, Kula, don't get in an accident. Please, God. I can't believe I spent 30 minutes being Kyle. Kyle kind of chill, not gonna lie. Look. Kyle and Tragedy are just two sides of the same coin. Kyle is just male Tragedy. I get hit in this vehicle, I get workers' comp. Oh, damn. All right, well, good for you. Oh, Jesus, no. Billie Eilish is not the time for that. Being a streamer is easy, just channel Kyle. So fucking true, honestly. All right, I'm getting the game up. Fuck it up. It's so easy to be famous as a VTuber. You gotta be Kyle. All right, let me see what else is up that doesn't need to be up right now. I'm quitting Google. Did you know that a group of Kyle is called a pile? Hell yeah, it is. I need more Kyles to be a pile, though. So, Black One. They do him and you in love. Make sure you hide your little sister from him. Certified pedophile. Pow, 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 pow. Pow, 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 pow. Trying to protect a chord, and it's probably a minor. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Pile up with the homies? I would love to. Hold on. Somebody's texting me. Who's texting me? Oh, okay. Also, Kula, was it you that bought me the lingerie and the toy for Bunny? Because the lingerie got here today. So look forward to those photos over the weekend. Y'all are getting free booty pics this weekend. Yay! Booty pics! A group of Dylans is called an anger management group. So fucking true. All right. Follow me on Twitter. Y'all get booty pics. Ooh, tell your mom yes. I would like to do that. Just let me know when y'all are gonna do that and I'll end stream. Okay. I didn't mean to mute that. I'm being invited to go on a family walk. So stream might be a little short today, but hey, we got Kyle out of it. So, is it really a loss? You know what I mean? Is it truly a loss if you get Kyle? Alright, go up, go down, go up, go down. Let's go down.
Farewell, Commander.
Yeah, I gotta go on my walkies. I'm trying to lose weight, so when I have the opportunity to go on walkies, I'm gonna go on walkies. Also, usually I go on walkies every day after Gore gets home, after Gore gets off work. But, recently... recently, it's been like 100 degrees when Gore gets off work. So... I don't want to. You know what I mean? I don't like 100-degree weather. But I am a dog that needs her walks, so... And I'm raising the next generation of dog girls, so I have to teach my daughter to love walks just as much as I do. Or else... Or else she's gonna marry a man that's a cat guy. Which, I mean, she likes cats, but that's because she's a dog girl. And dog girls love cats.
Some nectar. Dog
girls love cat girls. Hi, Berkey. How are you? Pumpy and I need to start our walkies. We can all go on walkies together. I'll just post on my I'll post on Twitter when I'm about to go on walkies, and we can pretend like we're all going on walkies together. You know what I mean? We can be a chat motivated walkie group.
Aphrodite. What shall become of our fair mountain, love? Just recently we felt such tremor.
I love the idea that we all get walkies together. But no, I realized I've got more baby weight than I thought I did. When I looked at myself in the mirror and was like, why is my face a circle? I don't think my face has ever been circular before. Not that there's anything wrong with having a circular face. It's just nothing I'm not used to seeing on my own body. And it scared me a little bit. So... I think a circular face is very beautiful on some people. I do not think I'm one of those people. Also, I knew I wasn't doing great when I called my mom today to ask her a question, and she answered the phone, and the first thing she said was, "You look tired. Are you sleeping?" Like, that is the worst thing to hear from your mom when you call her. I was sketching Cyber Kyle. I need to see that. Please, whenever you are done and you have it in when you have it at a level of completion that you feel satisfied with, please send it to me. Or post it in the Discord so I can see it, because that is gonna be so fucking funny. I love when my memes get turned into art. It happens from time to time, not super often, but it's like one of my favorite things when it does.
Fancy running into you again.
Sister Artemis.
That massive Cyclops Polyphemus. Saw him fast asleep the other night. Then you were able to sneak up and incapacitate him, just like that. I stay far downwind of him.
I'm tempted to
Oh,
just
goodness.
smile and nod through this one, Artemis. But my dealings with the psych...
And how do you get through the rift beyond the docks? You swim?
Alright, we'll
Mark is
take that.
yours.
See you.
Not really my ideal. Luca Lee, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Dog Pound. I hope you're having a fantastic day.
Soft, divine.
But yeah, no, I just, it's so great whenever you call your mom on the phone to ask an unrelated question and your mom,
It's been too long.
and your mom goes,
I'd grown so well accustomed to
why do you
visiting
look like
these
you haven't
woods
slept?
that when you didn't show up for a night or two,
I'm sorry that I worried you.
he went that way?
Today was much better, just relaxing. I spent yesterday painting a fence, only to be asked to take the fence apart. The way you would watch me lose my fucking mind if somebody did that to me. Like, no, you're not gonna ask me to paint a fence and then take it off down.
Let's go then.
Look, I know that moms don't mean anything by it. It doesn't change the fact that you're just like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, I know that being a mom, they just have your best wishes in heart. But it really don't be changing the fact that you're just like, damn! Moms always snipe your insecurities in the kindest of ways. It's so true. I really hope I don't do that to Bunny.
You bear the blessing of Poseidon.
I'm so
Surely
glad to
such
hear
a
that you're
loud
sleeping
and
better with your
blustering
CPAP.
god must have more
I worry so much for people who have like sleep apnea and stuff because I know it can like really harm you. I know it can like really harm you if you're not like if you aren't on top of it. And so I really worry about people. It's an instant change. It takes like 20 years off your life. That's amazing.
You did. Cleaned up.
I don't want to fight you, Nemesis.
Not asking you to fight me. Ask. Let me have it. That was embarrassing.
Well,
Don't mess this up.
yeah, Gore needs CPAP for sure. Gore dies in his sleep frequently. So CPAP would definitely be a good thing for him. But I'm really glad to hear that it helps you a lot because I've got more family than just Gore that needs CPAP and refuses to get it, so I don't even know why they refuse to get it. I'm like, it's something that could help you. Why would you not want that? You know, like, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Good.
But I think Gore's concern right now, at least, is the fact that our daughter sleeps with us, Bunny. She sleeps in our bed. Not that I want her to. I'm very slowly working on getting her to sleep by herself. And so, depending on the size of the CPAP, she likes to grab things. Like, holding our hair is comforting to her. She likes to pull our hair and like hold our hair to go to sleep at night. And so I think the concern is that if it has like wires or whatever, that she would like pull it off or damage it in some way. My dad has a CPAP machine because he just stops breathing when he sleeps. Yeah, so does Gore. Gore absolutely stops breathing when he sleeps, and it is my least favorite part of being married to him. Because he's great, and every other sense, it's just the fact that I am terrified for his health when he sleeps is horrifying.
Caught out. A mother.
It just sounds like ocean waves. Oh, so it would save us from having to turn on nighttime music for our daughter? You can just get the mask and it's super comfy. She would only have the air pipe to get, but even that's avoidable. Well, it could also just be one of those things where, like, after she's asleep, he could put it on. And I think with him snoring less, she probably wouldn't wake up.
You must wear that veil so as not to betray your disappointment, headmistress.
Oh, silence, Malinois. For your setbacks, I've boundless patience, but for your petulance, I've none.
Oh boy.
That's fine.
You want to be 3 up in my pussy?
My outfit.
Ow. Oh yeah, the music in this game is fan-fucking-tastic.
Smite you.
Please don't.
Join me, sisters.
What if I said I didn't want Selene to smite me? What then?
Past, present, future.
What if I said no? You know what? I have not even attempted going down yet with the amount of,
I have more hexes up my sleeve.
with the amount of death defies I have now.
Like that.
Bitch!
The tables turn.
If you say no, they can't legally smite you. I wish that was how this worked. Ow. Come here. You come here too.
That's it.
There we go. I got the bunny fit. Decky chose the outfit. Oh, okay. Well, the outfit got here. So,
Go. Make the most
I joined the Discord so I can post pics for gore later. Yes, please do. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
To shadow now.
Sorry, it's hard for me to talk when I'm, also, like, running for my life. But yeah, no, the outfit got here, so I'll post photos of that, over the next 2 days while I'm having my days off. Because I'll be cleaning and everything anyways, so... Can I help you?
No victories upon the surface as of yet.
You know,
I've
we're getting
only
there.
won, and hope has nothing to do with it.
You have been more resistant than some members of your
Alright, let's
family.
see.
We'll both see.
So the bunny gift,
Should help.
is I didn't tell it which one to buy. Apparently there were multiple ones and I didn't know that. So I had to go in today and tell it which one to buy. So that one should be here within the next week or so. I didn't realize that. They sent me an email and they were like, yeah, we tried to buy this thing that somebody bought for you. However, there was a problem. You didn't tell us specifically which one you wanted. And I was like, oh, my bad. Didn't realize that there were specific options here. So I had to go in today and tell it which one I wanted. But thank you so much for the gifts. I love them. I'm considering them as my Mother's Day gifts.
too hot for you?
Rain kill. All right, let's see.
It's rather heavy still.
I mean, everything's gonna be heavy, girlfriend. This is fucking. It is what it is. Oh my God! It's stitched. Hello.
Yeah, that's nice.
How are you?
Definitely.
A lotus flower.
Hey,
Hey.
Don't you get lonely sitting here, staring into...
lonely. I don't know the meaning of.
Receive a gift. I'll take that.
Have a great day or night.
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't really know what time of day it is. How are you doing, Stitched? How's your favorite Chili's employee? You know, hold it together at the Chili's. Hi, welcome to Chili's. Never forget that when I applied for VShojo, I did so in a Chili's parking lot. Chili's will always hold a very special place in my heart. No one can ever compare to you, Chili's. No, no one can ever compare to you, Chili's. Oh God, I wish Chili's would have a special place in my stomach. I haven't had Chili's in the longest. Life just, Gord just got a new job, so we're a little between paychecks right now. And all of the money that I do make goes straight to pre-debut stuff. So, I haven't had Chili's in quite some time. That, however, does not stop my love for it. Got in my first police authorized fist fight in a Chili's parking lot. Oh, I love that for you. How was it? You said I got my ass kicked, but the dude was cool. Well, hey, if nothing else, at least he was cool, right? I could probably make you something. Oh, God, I can cook better than Chili's. But, you know.
Why are you glaring at me like that, little one? Uh-oh.
What the fuck is...
Offended in some way.
The fuck is up with this rat? Hey, real question. The fuck is up with this rat? I've angered a rat. Man, I have really pissed off this rat. Why in the hell does this rat hit for 15 damage?
Terrifying.
What is the rat?
In the name of Hades.
Holy shit, it's the rat! Yeah? Yeah, it sure is the rat. I have posted the shit sketch. I will go take a look at it. Give me 1 second. Let me get through this level. Come here. Stop running from me. Oh my god. Fucking obnoxious.
Ashes.
Okay, hold on. Let me go look. Let me go look. Let me go look. Let me go look. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Alright, let me. One. Got a wave. Got a wave. That is not a shit sketch at all. That is fantastic. I love that so much. Oh, that's so good. Okay, hold on. Open in browser. We're gonna save that to my art folder. Don't mind me. I have a tragedy art folder. I'm gonna write your name next to it so I know who drew it. All right. 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 Fantastic. Fantastic. That is so good. I love that so much. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I always try and write, when I get fan art, I'm trying to be better about writing down who drew it when I save it to my files so that I can always find that person later and ask them like for permission if I ever want to use it for something. I'm not the best at it though. So I didn't do it at all with any of my Peach art because I just didn't think to. So I'm trying to be better about it. So that and that way I can also properly credit y'all. Because I hate posting like fan art and then realizing after I posted it, I don't remember who to credit, you know? Is the rat canonically immortal? Is it? Who decided that would be a good idea? Who said I know it would be a good idea? Canonically immortal rat. Art is so good. I really want to like learn how to draw. I started learning how to draw back when Bunny first came home from the NICU. And while she was in the NICU. But now that she's walking everywhere, I just don't feel like I have any time. All my free time is spent doing this right here.
This one, please.
To be reduced to picking through such...
Which is fine. But,
Look in here. I'd like to introduce Gideon's.
yeah.
We are Skilla and the
Tonight you're gonna drown.
God's wishes cannot curses on
Oh, fuck me. Nico, how are you? Now that I have Kyle out of my head, I can work on the VTuber reference sheet I was supposed to be working on. That is so valid. Thank you for Kyle. I will love him and honor him forever. Sorry, every time I do that fight, I just end up singing it. It's such a fucking catchy song. How am I not expected to sing it?
I need this.
Alright, well, I got my Death Defiance back. Hell yeah, so we're going into this with 4 Death Defiances.
To firm our ground.
And this fucking dog is probably gonna take all 4 of them.
Where to from here?
A fucking dog! Save your breath, cause tonight you're going to run. Violence is my only grief.
Corruption cleared.
All right.
Show me the way.
Save your breath, cause tonight you're gonna run. Fucker. Thank you for the pet. I just got stared down at McDonald's. What'd you do? Who the hell did you piss off?
You already caught up with Artemis. Good, good. She and I don't always chat, running around a lot, being discreet and all.
Alright, let me finish my tea.
Here we go.
We're gonna take this one. That's true. If they looked over and saw y'all all... Hold on. ASMR. ASMR. Get ready. Get ready, chat. Alright. Sorry, I was opening my next drink. I'm also trying to get people to stare at Kula weirdly some more.
Petals from a golden bough.
Alright, anyways.
Flourish and reveal my path.
Okay, so everything I need's up here. We'll go for that first, I suppose. Oh, stop sucking me. Hey, did you know I don't care much for being sucked? Stop sucking me! Stop it!
Not good enough.
Jesus!
Better.
I don't want to be sucked like this. I don't want to be sucked off no more.
Mourners.
I don't want to be sucked off no more. God fucking damn it.
No.
This place fucking sucks! Thanks, Gore. I just lost 2 fucking death defies here.
It's cleared up.
Fucking hate it here. Thank you for clipping the moan. Yeah, it is a good thing I bought that one earlier. I need another one, however, so maybe Echo can save me because this place sucks. Where the fuck?
Stay where you are.
Fuck! I don't really have very much AoE stuff, Gore. I guess I do have that. I forgot I had that. If you want me to be completely honest. No. We're gonna go see Echo. I have a gift for her. You know what? I forgot I even had that AoE, so...
Hello again, Echo. How have you been?
How have you been?
Oh, you know, this place sure is a change from Ocean.
Is that Narcissus? That Narcissus?
Wait, your voice. You know him. Oh no. Knowing all this...
Broken-hearted.
Farewell, Echo.
Farewell. Farewell.
Can I give you a gift? There we go.
Even in a place of sorrow such as this, there's beauty.
Perhaps this will help.
You're giving this to me. It's an honor.
Ooh.
An honor. An honor.
My big ground slam, I can't do. It's just the 3rd attack. That's just the 3rd attack in the cycle of attacks. It's not something I can like willfully choose to do. Oh. Oh, the line attack. Yeah, that's another charge up.
I'm ready for you.
The only downside to that move is I can't dodge anything that tries to hit me there. I'm no good at trying to make it to Kronos, I'll admit it. Nope, don't mind me, you guys. Don't mind me. I'm looking for a treat. Don't mind me. I'm looking for a treat. Alright. If you would stop sucking me. Thanks.
Flourish.
Oh god. Well, that was all my death defies.
And draw you down.
I feel like I'm gonna get robbed every time somebody stands behind me at McDonald's. Yeah, no, I get that.
Behold my light.
That's something.
What is that? Don't. Yeah, that is a good question. Why not just use the drive-thru? Or is out here asking the questions that really matter?
On my authority.
You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and buy everything.
Beyond. Oh.
Considering the fact that I'm just gonna get my ass handed to me. I'm about to get walked like a dog by the dog.
To help you, boy, no matter what.
That didn't work. I don't know how, but I fucked my one opportunity. Oh god. One more hit from Big Boy and I'm dead. Okay, well, I don't think I touched anything, but I guess I did.
Ugh, bad boy. Boys?
By dirty rice, do you mean like he just doesn't wash it? And if so, what the fuck?
Well, that was a decidedly unhappy place, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't a bad run.
You there, Dora?
She's not.
Princess. My brother Charon is committed to this realm.
Yes, he is.
If you don't mind me asking, Princess, have you ever died before?
Yes.
Not in the mortal sense, it's just...
I cannot afford to lose my grip on consciousness out there.
It shows. Remarkable to have met...
It's not a big concern.
Can I give you a gift? Can I give you a gift? Big gift!
Lord Moros, I wanted you to have this either way, though if you're not too busy at the moment, would you...
Princess Malinois, it would be my pleasure.
Oh, that's what the
So it can
tavern's
be a lot, of
for.
course.
Okay.
I don't know what's the better source of motivation.
You take dates out to the
I have the same
taverna.
thought pattern frequently. The fates.
Cute!
They could anticipate the outcomes of my efforts and would chastise me sometimes for small mistakes I'd yet to make.
Then where did you find the strength?
It all simply became a force of habit at some point.
That's really cool. Sorry, I'm
practice a
taking a
skill
sip
to
of
a
my...
level-
Yeah, I'm gonna ride
I
him like
wouldn't
a
have
horse.
expected Doom himself to harbor such
Well, perhaps I should have been born as fear. So then where do you think it comes from?
I've decided it comes from the thought of finding more of this ambrosia.
That's cute that you can like go out on like little dates. That's a soda pouring noise? Does ambrosia have fizzies? Is it fucking fizzies?
I very
Is it a
much
fizzy
enjoyed
drink?
your company, Princess. And thank you for the drink.
I trust so too.
Alright, Eris isn't here. I'm not cleaning up after her fucking dirty ass anymore. Tired of it.
You're awake.
Unfortunately.
Have you been finding anything of use out there in your
Erebus still teems with hidden life.
A witch cannot afford to be encumbered.
Cute ones always drink fizzy drinks,
Blessings
true.
and such from your relatives may be fleeting, but whatever good.
Alright,
What do I need?
nothing really right now, but we'll probably need some stuff later.
As promised.
Alright.
The
Up with
first
you.
few times I saw you out there, I figured you were just venting your anger. But you keep...
Not if no one says anything.
Interesting.
Besides, Hecate likely already knows she isn't dense.
Fine. We're both learning a lot, I think.
Somebody's got to do it.
Aw.
Wanted to say, I appreciate your counsel,
Aw,
Odysseus.
you're like a
You've been
brother,
like a
to,
brother
me.
to me.
Or an uncle?
Or an uncle? One
He's
of
so
those.
sweet.
You'd know better than I.
Ugh, sorry, I'm trying to take off my jacket. Sorry.
Look, you don't have to tell me what it's like not having a family about. I spent
Sidetracked. Headmistress says that you spent many years...
Yes, well, by the time I finally returned, I hardly recognized my son and my wife. We lived out
I'm
our
finishing
mortal
my
days
pizza.
together,
I'm
and that was
sorry.
enough.
You haven't seen them?
Penelope and I drifted apart. Happens with mortals sometimes. And it happens with shades, too.
Yes. Full bloom.
Fascinating. The way you worded that. We drifted apart. Yeah, you went off to sea for many years.
Shades of the Crossroads, greetings.
She wasn't a Drake, but I did have a crush. That's fair.
Moonlight guides you.
Yeah, moonlight guide you to wake the fuck up!
May moonlight guide us.
Anyways, circles of protection.
Now, upon my birthright, I command the dark to aid my task,
Here we go.
and with me find my mark.
I felt your words.
They literally drifted apart because you said sail. I mean, that's true.
Must be an incantation that can help.
Look at all these incantations I've done. I'm very proud of myself. Very nice. Alright, what else do I need? A marble. More mandrake, scarlet, fabric. One more driftwood. And I need that. So we'll go up to get that driftwood because that's really important actually. And hopefully we'll find garlic while we're up there too. I love the incantation system. I think it's fantastic.
The ashes remember.
There you go. Now we can go up.
No use.
Why can't I use it? It costs 0.
I can't.
Hmm.
No use.
Why can't I use these? I need to get more psych. I'll work on that too while I'm out. We gotta go up though. You up your damage? Yeah, I gotta
Unfinished
work
business
on getting
here.
some stuff though. So
hold up here.
Oh yeah, it is.
They said you weren't cut out for being above ground.
Alright, let's go.
Greater strength. All done.
Take the moss. Break that. Daedalus hammer. Damn. At the very start?
Traitors. Predictable.
Oop. Daedalus hammer. Okay.
Further refined.
That's actually not awful. I can take that.
Best have a look around.
Don't need to. I know exactly what I want.
Normally, it'd be otherwise Athena who'd be first to greet you and make nice, but she...
Such strength.
Man, I really hope she don't get mad about me replacing her boon with, his boon, but whatever.
Let's get the lay of the land.
Alright, so we definitely want health. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll grab another Hephaestus for 6. Yeah, we could do that. That's fine. Alright. Hera, mad about something? Unheard of. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure I've got nothing to worry about.
I bid you shine for me.
I'm
again
sure there's
tonight.
nothing for me to worry about here.
Little star, you... Behold. Phase shift.
Yeah, we'll try that. I don't think I've ever done phase shift.
How we shine.
But we'll
It
try.
is yours.
I need more mandrake seeds. So I should probably, next time I come up here, have the,
How many of these do they have?
Keep letting a limp. Stand clear. Stand and fight!
I should probably have, fucking, the shovel equipped next time. Perk, don't be a fucking asshole. Motherfucker, always in my way. Haha, son of a bitch. What do you mean my turn? I'm winning!
Tells me Moro's son of Nyx is staying with you for a bit down there?
Yeah, he is.
I thought he always stuck with the 3 fates. There's something going on, and I don't like it, Em.
That's fair.
That's all it takes, huh? Enjoy the show, you gods. Our fathers sure made a mess of things for us, didn't
Always.
It's Kronos that made a mess of.
they? Have you met our fathers? Sure. We're done here.
Observe nearby.
He said, have you met our fathers? No. No,
The barrier's
Mel
lost some of its strength.
has not met her father, at least.
Time sign there. Death to Kronos.
wedding dress shopping again. So I went wedding dress shopping once, only to find out that like you need a reservation for most like wedding dress like boutiques nowadays, because like they are worried that like if you're from out of state and you like damage a dress or whatever, that they won't be able to charge you, like you could flee back to your state or whatever, and they're not gonna be able to like catch up with you. So you have to have reservations now for those kinds of places, which is fine, but I didn't know that last time we went shopping for wedding dresses. So we went to a bunch of wedding boutiques and then couldn't actually try anything on. And I ended up getting a little self-conscious and afraid that I wouldn't look good in a wedding dress because I've never seen myself in a wedding dress. And I was worried about it. And I wasn't able to like quell my worries by actually trying on clothes because they all require like reservations. And I don't really want to make a reservation because that like feels too real to me. So instead, I've been going to thrift stores and I've been finding vintage wedding dresses and trying those on instead, and that's been quite nice. To be fair, it seems like Hecate can be both mommy and daddy. That's so true.
The Forge of the Heavens.
Forge of the Heavens, indeed. But we are gonna take another Hera.
Boulder.
Oh. So that's where the boulders come from. It's fucking it's fucking the Cyclops that's dropping them.
One remains.
Well, the more you know.
It's her.
Don't be mad at me, please.
This message.
I'll take it.
There.
Thank you, Queen. You and Gore take ibuprofen together? No, I take ibuprofen by myself. I know, lame. You don't have to tell me.
Nowhere to go but out.
Nothing to do about it. Gore doesn't like to take pain meds because he's a pussy.
Should be useful.
We have to reach you however we can.
Ooh, I should have picked the your attack has a chance of hitting twice. That would have been a good to have. I didn't even see it until after I clicked.
Until we meet again.
How zingy this raw garlic would be on my salad. It do be that way.
Spectral barrier at the city gates.
Oh, that thing, yeah. I knew it never hold. But they keep...
Jump up and get down. Fuck. Yeah, raw garlic can be a bit much. Oh my god! Why the hell did that do so much fucking damage? This man just did an insane amount of damage to me.
I'll wake the dead.
Oh my god!
All tired out.
Pet play, but I dress like a possum and you hit me with a broom. I'm into it. Let's go. Alright, I just lost 2 of my fucking death defies by this guy because he landed on me and it did 125 damage!
How does he live like this?
Unfortunately.
Why was that even an option? Jesus.
I located something.
The way some of these bosses can like one-hit you.
The spectral gate is still intact.
Is crazy. Especially up here.
Are you lost, little one?
Who comes after Eris, I wonder? I wonder. Oh, I wonder. Oh. You might fight a Titan, but which Titan?
Change of course. Stand down. Let's begin.
Is it just Kronos no matter which direction you go?
I accept this message.
Oh, I got a Death Defiance back. That's good at least. I didn't know Hermes could give you back a Death Defiance, but I'm not gonna fucking complain. Did you get robbed at McDonald's? What happened to you? Time to head out. Gotta get another $2 bill because apparently they found my wallet in the men's restroom and that's the only thing missing. I mean, a $2 bill isn't much. So at least they didn't rob you of anything more, I guess? Fuck. You ever buy back a Death Defy and then immediately waste it? Well, it's obviously not that lucky if it got stolen. Just saying. Hi, Cersei. Or can we please name our next child Cersei?
Though, forgive me that I have not invited you inside my little hut. Such hospitality I don't extend to...
Madam Cersei, that is perfectly all right. And there's no need to explain.
Alright, let's see.
I'm grateful that you
We can talk about it?
Of late,
okay.
I share my simple home with beasts, but that is all. This Isle of Then you shall have it.
Thank you, madam.
I should salute
Together
you.
we shine.
Together we shine.
Hold on. What's my book? I forgot what button my book is. There it is. Okay. I was just making sure I already gave her an offering.
Next vessel.
Cersei is a witch. She's the Witch of Change. humans do not care for her much because she brings about the biggest changes in a person's life. I, however, love her. She brings about the change of form, the change of space. The best is Daddy.
Need to get closer.
You said, please bring change upon my life. I need it. Specifically the change of my $2 bill.
Hear me, on my authority. My silver's come alive.
All right. Yes. Sorry, these guys are a pain in my ass. And trying not to get killed by them is such a pain. Well, good news is I don't need more money. Oh, this is a very big ship. I don't quite enjoy that. I just realized I don't quite enjoy that at all. Why are there so many bitches here?
And now to set a course.
Very much felt like they were trying to get me jumped. Hi. Oh, it's my love. Where will you land?
We made it.
There you go, Icarus.
You can fly wherever you want now. But I'm glad you didn't go so far I couldn't catch up.
Yeah, they're jumping me.
In light of your godlike wings, a little gift.
It's fine, it's
Come
fine.
on, just because I've been flying around near Olympus doesn't mean I get to feast like I'm from there.
Experimental
Is this one of your
hammer.
inventions? Amazing. Thank you.
Fascinating.
May moonlight guide us.
I'll take it. Been flying for a while.
He said,
now.
I'll take it.
At first, it brought me back to the terror I felt as a kid.
Icarus, you were young and you made a mistake. What's the use?
Come on, Melly. I'm never going to prove myself to him. But something...
You look so in your element up there. I always believed if I could make you whole again, perhaps some night we learned.
You've no idea how much I wanted that too. But it was something I had to do on my own. I'd love to take you up with me now, but yeah, shades and goddesses don't mix.
Oh, what do you mean shades and goddesses don't mix?
Let me know how it goes.
I want to mix. Spit.
The foremost ship.
I am unwell.
How distant.
I am unwell.
You seen that Eris flying about? At first I took him for some giant ghostly...
I've got 2 death defies.
One last stop.
It's probably a dildo? Oh, I hope so. I got 2 death defies and fucking Eris is gonna dog walk me again.
Isn't this great, Trouble? Now, before I shoot you all to...
These senseless fights with you. I cannot write.
That's the spirit. Now, how about we stay in that pale glow...
Why she gotta tell me that she's reloading?
Oh, damn it. All right, fine.
Oh my god, it hits so fucking hard. Yeah, I'm just gonna let you eat that fire damage.
Oh, come on. How about this?
Come on. Come get it, bitch. Fuck. This bitch again. Yeah, you're telling me.
Go on home and cry.
God, the fact that she...
You cannot stop time.
Shut up, Kronos! The fact that she fucking,
Get out of my head.
The fact that she fucking ups her attack
Hey,
by
Freenos. I'd
100%.
better go. So you take care.
Oh, this fucking bitch. I'm tired of her. Oh my god, hi.
May moonlight guide you.
What's up, Nora?
Come on now. Have you ever even spoken with Commander Skelemius, Dora? Or Odysseus?
History. That what they...
Oh my fucking god.
Hello.
Get your sister!
There's so much here for me to learn.
She's
Lady
driving me
Hecate
up a
has been generous enough
wall!
to teach me.
You wish to become a witch, Lord Morat?
Oh, I would welcome that.
What's the matter?
You!
Is this what
Be
you want
nice.
us? To have our aimless clashes, only then to sneer at one another here again and again?
Yeah,
Who are
when
you to
she
say what
has
makes
big
a worthy
shotgun,
cause?
we probably
'Cause,
shouldn't stand next
I
to
happen to
her.
be quite all right with everything.
You're unbelievable.
She's such a pain
Thanks,
in
Trouble.
such a pain in my...
Turn the game.
Not now, Mom.
Dark
She's being a pain in my
light
ass.
Of moon, heed now my will.
Yes.
Rite of river fording. Yay! I've unlocked the river.
I found Circe the Enchantress on my route toward Olympus. Or likely she found me.
That I do. Selene takes to water like a cat, while Circe hails from the sea. Thus has it been a good arrangement.
She's been great.
Yeah, Cersei's fantastic. I love her. Thank you very much. Ooh.
Liquid lamentation.
Liquid lamentation. Ooh, I can fish. Hello? I have a gift. I have a gift. I have a gift. Fish with me.
Say, Lord Moros.
Fish with me.
I have a way with mortal creatures of all.
Fish with me.
Forgive me, though I never have quite understood the compulsion to extract water creatures from their natural environs.
Environs?
I know for mortals it is sometimes necessary.
For mortals, it seems to be an opportunity to assert themselves over the natural world.
That seems like a burdensome responsibility for creatures that ought to take better care of themselves.
It's very true, but they don't know how to.
There's more to it, I suppose. For one thing, it sets a...
I can certainly appreciate... Patience is a necessary skill in this pursuit.
It sure is, sir. Yeah, so this is another way you can bond with them, is by fishing. It shows you what they want to do next on...
Steady, princess.
In your little character book. If you go to the character that you're interested in, you can see what they would like for you to give them next, which I really like.
How inopportune.
Shit.
Got away.
I think this is also a way to get rare fish. I fucked it though, so.
Perhaps it's good to let the mind
I still got a fish. I don't know how. But yeah, so you can go to the character sheet. And it tells you he would like an offering. That's me. She would be open to a bath. Let's go take a bath with Mom. Mommy! I heard you would like to take a bath. Alright, I'll give you this for now.
Well, I do have a bit of a taste.
I've learned from you, Headmistress.
Alright. Mommy would like to take a bath next time, I think. Oh, you can just buy the lures now. That's good to know. Oh, it's okay, buddy. I need 2 of those.
What now? Been talking to Hypnos again?
Yeah, every day.
He can't hear you, you know. Kind of what happens when somebody's fast asleep.
It makes me happy.
Sleep is not as simple as you make it out to be.
Sensing words and intentions, yeah. Sounds exactly like the Hypnos
Why is everybody so mean to Hypnos? Why do you deserve that?
During a recent voyage, I found Cersei the Enchantress on her little isle, evidently safe from all the turmoil at sea. Don't you two know each other fairly well?
In life and death, we can but strive to know each other well, Goddess.
Oh, just in case you wanted me to tell her anything when next we met.
No need to tell her anything.
I probably fell asleep on the job.
Noted.
He always does.
Mandrake root.
We got more mandrakes. I need to plant more shit. Alright. Let's grab... shovel. We will prioritize shoveling.
Through Athera.
Because I need,
Beginning assignment.
Ooh, damn. I need fucking, seeds, so...
Your journey
begins again every day, bud. Begins again every day. Every day my journey begins anew, Uncle. Every day. Gotta deal with the birds first. The rest of these bitches I can manage, but the fucking birds are the worst! Alright, and deceased.
Let us together shine this night.
Talk to Selene.
I saw the great king of the Olympians.
You sure did.
Your choice.
We will do that.
Look to my light nearby.
Looking. Garlic seeds, fantastic.
Just squeeze on through.
Squeeze on through.
I mean square.
And what do we need here? Daedalus hammer. Ooh, okay. Okay. Okay, this isn't ideal, but it's not the worst. So we'll do Daedalus hammer. We're gonna go see the witch first, and then we'll do health, Hera. Okay, yeah, so we'll just start down. We'll start down with the witch, and then we'll do everything else. Well, actually, let's do Daedalus hammer first, just because it's already up here.
One of those blasted signs.
of the damned! Please, sir, spare a copper for my father. He's been kidnapped. Yeah, you always gotta grab Hestia. We're gonna do unyielding slash.
Enchanted for the night.
Wait, was Hestia here? I didn't even see her as an option. Where did you see Hestia as an option?
Pure gold.
She's right next to where you are. That's a boss fight. I don't want to do that. I don't know what the bosses over here are.
To all the enemies of Hades, near and far, may Raven strip you a visitor.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Ah, the sorceress returns. Not had your fill.
Not
Sorry,
succeeded
Medea.
yet. Kronos can replenish.
They cannot be permanently slain, are barely susceptible to my most noxious. Oh, I like that one.
Medea. Here, for you.
I almost pity our enemies, knowing you shall make them rue each night they dare oppose us, Lady Medea.
The nectar of the gods. Why, this shall be...
Thank you,
From
ma'am.
one sorceress to another. Thank you.
I love all the witches. I love that they just went, grab the witch!
Moonlight guide you on.
Grab every witch! I mean, I can attempt the Hestia fight, but I don't know what the boss looks like here. I've not ever done it.
A champion of Kronos.
The update is, it definitely seems like this guy hits like a fucking tank! I also love that all the witches are besties. God.
Your soul be damned, traitor.
I almost lost one of my death defies here.
Here, are you? Don't think your dad's permitted.
Should head back out. Pylon destroyed.
I also love that all the witches are besties. It's real nice. I was gonna take the extra health. Lord knows I need it. God fucking damn it.
Like you've a taste for blood.
Scared the
You shades are getting out of there.
My man said, "Fool!" What do you mean, my turn? I've been doing it. I'm winning. The fuck?
There. You work, you get paid.
Stay strong, son of Zeus.
Your blood runs red.
You were born to a mortal mother, weren't you? My mother's half mortal.
Persephone is
Death
half
itself
mortal?
is in our blood. But you're different.
Did not know that.
Different. Neither god nor mortal.
I don't think I knew that Persephone was half mortal.
What?
You would think, as a lore lover, as a myth lover, that would be something I would know. You'd be incorrect, however, apparently. I've showered and I've had ice cream. Oh, fuck yeah.
Out.
Ooh, I'll take that.
Greater might.
Not in every myth, but it is in quite a few of them.
Where next?
The more you know. Up another Haraboon.
Vitality.
Dig that up. More garlic, I think.
Ooh.
Fantastic. A little bit of food.
Word reached me you encountered mighty Heracles. Big, thick-headed fellow. You're not to aid him in his
Okay. It's a low sugar triple chocolate. That sounds delicious. I love chocolate ice cream, so
Need a quick overview.
We'll do Hermes. That sounds amazing. I also love strawberry ice cream and coffee ice cream. I'm also a mint chocolate chip fan. I know some people are like, oh, blasphemy. Like, fucking whatever, man. You're not the one eating it, are you? I'm eating it. And if I like things that taste like toothpaste, then I like things that taste like toothpaste. And that's between me and my gods. So unless you are a god that resides in my home, I don't care. I like that shit. It's fucking delicious. There's a lot of people who don't like mint chocolate chip gore.
Rest now, all of you.
Your mom would travel back and forth between Olympus and your father's house, and I had the pleasure of accompanying her. One day, she...
It's a Swedish brand?
You're free.
It's like 6 grams of sugar per serving. That's not bad at all. You have a boon. Take it. Let me go get the name. Please do. That sounds delicious. I'm a sherbet fan. Yeah, I know you are, Gore.
Barrier down.
But yeah, that's a great way to like be careful about sugar, because 6 grams of sugar is that's not much at all.
Let's see.
Oh, Hercules, don't.
We lost. Olympus.
That was your dad. You didn't want that anyways. I promise.
Gods watch over us. All is possible.
Anyways, have a good one.
You again.
Me again.
Where do you think you're going anyway? No ship?
The deathless fleet of Kronos is still out there in the waters of the Rift.
You're pulling my leg. The dead can sail now.
Look, what the hell does this man need? I know what he doesn't want, and that's no, don't grab me.
Not this.
distance.
Yeah, I really did leave that man with no options. I said, fuck you. Give me all the shit.
Nap time. A gift.
But again, truly, what options did he need? Like, what was he up to? No, that wasn't one. I haven't lost any. It's called Nick's Swedish-style light ice cream. Get it at Wegmans. I don't think we have a Wegmans over here. I'll have to look and see. I've heard of Wegmans many a time, but I don't think we have one. Mandrake. Hi, kitty, kitty, kitty. Also, Gore, can you keep me up to date on dinner and that situation? Because when dinner's ready, I'm gonna stop stream. So that we can go for a walkies.
Transfer now.
Thank you. Ooh, okay, cool. We have a Whole Foods. I can definitely do Whole Foods. Woo! Don't mind if I do.
Beg pardon.
But I also have the Zeus perk where every time I take damage, whatever damaged me gets shocked.
In the name of Hades.
Which one is Heaven Strike? Oh, hold on. Your attacks inflict blitz. Oh, that's fine.
Whew, that's hot.
That's fine, because that opens up an option for a new boon anyways, so. No real loss there. That's not even my favorite boon that I have.
Now for the captain's wheel.
Okay, can I alter this? Oh my god, I can.
Okay.
Hell yeah, I'll take that. I love that I have a boon that makes enemies drop food from time to time. Look, if I can make it to Eris with all 4 of my death defies, I think I can get her.
Enough.
Funny is napping. Okay, that's fine.
I am.
Thanks, Hermes.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Oh, I can just get it back. Yep, sure.
I accept this gift.
Just need more boons. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. I guess we'll upgrade this one. I'll check online when I'm done with stream while I eat dinner to see if they have it online, or to see if it shows online if they have it at Whole Foods or not. Because if they do, I might pick some up. Because ice cream that's low sugar is super good when you're trying to be more health conscious.
The Path of Stars.
Yeah, exactly. It's a guilt-free treat. I love that. Oh my god. Oh my god, it summons them with the shield? That's amazing. Upgrade your Zeus to do extra damage. Yeah.
Thought these only grew below.
Alright, let's go to Cersei.
Fang and feather, tuft of wool. I knew you would. Our Lady Hecate would sometimes tell me of your progress. And let on.
I couldn't agree more. Through grasp.
Collecting one's thoughts is valuable enough. Then you shall.
I didn't really want to be grown because it slows me down.
Thank you for having me.
These guys are such a pain in my ass. Their range is fucking ridiculous. And Drake? God, I'm just not getting any actual boosts.
For my father.
I'm not doing the amount of damage I would like to do. I'm like not doing nearly the amount of damage I would like to be doing. Dinner's ready? Okay, I'm gonna finish this run and then we can go.
Traitor.
I should be able to finish this run before everybody is done eating dinner. As long as everything. Unless you beat Eris? No. I'm not getting any fucking boons, so I don't think we need to worry about me beating Eris.
Exit gateway activated.
Alright, well, I guess let's see.
Lord Charon's ship.
Another Zeus boon.
Thunderous power.
Deal greater damage and measure. Alright, well, let's run into Eris and see what we do.
Trouble.
Eris?
Hate to do this to you, babe.
Well, that's 1/4 of the way down. I've already taken more damage than I cared to. Ow. Oh, fuck me.
I don't think so.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I really was trying to avoid the bomb. Oh, God. Alright. Oh god, you just don't want to get caught in those corners with her. Is really what that is. Oh my god. God! Luckily I still have 2 death defies. Oh! My guy got her! My summon got her! That's crazy. I only have 1 death defy yet left. That's insane.
Overcome the fate-wrought curse confining her to the underworld, the princess of the dead.
That's crazy.
Ventured out onto the surface realm. Her aim, to reach the mountain of the gods.
Oh god, is there how much more is left here?
The massing forces of their crafty foe.
Or that's as far as you can go up for now.
Much more's to be told of that.
Oh, due course, yeah.
But let us say for now.
Okay, so that's as far as you can go
some
right now.
difficulties here and there.
Okay, good to know.
Return to Shadow now.
That would be crazy if they let you get all the way up to Olympus. Damn. I fucked her up!
You knew I could do it, didn't you, Phrynos?
Get fucked! Alright.
Don't you have friends among the other Shades?
Foolish witch.
Oh, hello.
Unfolds.
Heard the good news.
I beat her ass? Hell yeah, you did. I'm just looking around. Now we can focus on getting to Kronos. So fucking true. Why are all these shades just standing around?
Come along.
Fucking weird. I'm gonna plant these real quick. Go ahead and have them planted so we don't have to worry about that. My man's still asleep. Alright. Let me go eat dinner. Yeah, now we can focus on getting to Kronos, which will be super fun. Alright. Okay, but I am gonna raid somebody. And then I won't be streaming tomorrow or Wednesday. I'll be off. However, I will be back Thursday. So thank you so much for showing up. I had a really good time, but it's time for dinner and walkies because I'm a little dog girl and I need my walkies. So we're gonna read my friend Mistia, and y'all be kind, okay? Mwah. Dinner and walkies. We love dinner and walkies, man. But thank you all for coming. Thanks for putting up with my shenanigans, and I'll see y'all again Thursday. Bye.